Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, before we begin, an announcement was also made last night that in light of the circumstances that are fluid and changing in India due to certain laws that are being passed, inshallah, on Sunday from 2 to 4 at Delhi Plaza downtown, there will be a rally. I'll talk more extensively on this in the khutbah tomorrow, inshallah. But brothers and sisters in Islam, it's Friday. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for your Muslim brothers and sisters. And all I can say is say. I don't want to be a person to sound, as they say in British language, someone with a stuck-up attitude. But I've been saying this for a while. One by one, the Prophet Muhammad said, they're going to eat on us. The world will eat on us. And if we haven't woken up after Palestine and Iraq and Syria and Burma and Kashmir, now India and then England, it's coming. The only thing we can do, brothers and sisters, is unite, pray to Allah, read our Quran, and turn our affairs over to Allah. May Allah protect the entire ummah. Say Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide the entire ummah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instill in the hearts of humanity love for one another. Ameen. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take away from our hearts the rancor, the evil, the jealousy, the hatred, the animosity, the prejudice, the racism that is the staple behind our separation and divide. Ameen Rabbil Alameen. We have our khatira, inshallah, so whoever can stay back, inshallah, that'd be great. This is our final, inshallah, tonight on this book. And inshallah, in the new year, we will start off with a new set of, inshallah, khatiras, halaqas, and also, inshallah, practices that we will be doing together as a community. But until then, the last topic of discussion in this book of Plan Your Day, the Prophet ﷺ's way, is traveling. And it's interesting that traveling is being discussed at a time when many will be traveling, inshallah. So it's good to go over some of the basic sunnahs in traveling that many of us may know or may not know. And inshallah, through practicing it and instilling these practices in our journey, we may gain both the barakah and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and also reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So without further ado, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. If possible, schedule your trip such that you leave on a morning. Now the Prophet Muhammad was particular about leaving on a Thursday morning, but if not on a Thursday morning, leave on a morning. According to Sakhr al-Ghamidi, rahimahullah, he reports that the Prophet Muhammad supplicated, "O Allah, bless my ummah in their earliness." Whenever he would send out a delegation, he would send them out in the beginning of the day. There is still barakah in time, but you need to capitalize on that in the morning. If the morning time is wasted in idle matters, sleep, or anything else, the barakah of the entire day is gone. And what you can accomplish in the morning till 11:30, 12, you cannot accomplish from 12 to 10. There's something in those few hours in the morning. So travel in the morning. Number 2, avoid traveling alone. Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu anhu reports that the Prophet Muhammad said. Now this is an interesting thing. Many people come and say, my wife wants to travel alone, or sister says, I want to travel alone without a mahram. Is it permissible for me? I just want to go alone, but I'm not alone. I'm with people. We're in a plane, in the airport. Let's put fiqh aside for tonight, right? And let's just understand the wisdom behind what our Habib, Muhammad Mustafa, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, saying. If people knew what I know about being alone, there's some consequences. If people were to know what I know about being alone, then a rider would not travel alone. This is a hadith from Sahih Bukhari. If people were to know what I know about traveling alone, then they would not travel alone in the narrations at night. But traveling alone, day or night, there is some divine wisdom behind it. See, the way we judge our religion today is by the logic of our societies. What's wrong is what we ask. Do we think that Allah made a mistake? Na'udhu billah. They said, okay, this should have been only for the 1400, up to the 1000 years after the millennium. New modes of transportation will come about, and there'll be TSA security in year 2000, and so no. There's a wisdom. So trust Allah in His Rasul, because truly they know more than we do. When we leave our homes, brothers and sisters, with praying 2 rak'ah of prayer. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu reports that a man came to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, Ya Rasulullah, I intend to set out to Bahrain for business. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, pray 2 rak'ah. Pray 2 rak'ah. There is so much barakah. Sometimes you might be running late, or the Uber ride is almost there, or the traffic on 121 is building up. Just pray 2 rak'ah. Pray 2 rak'ah and leave, and see what those 2 rak'ah would do for you. And then leave your house with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It comes in a narration that Anas radiallahu anhu reports that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when a person leaves their house and says, Bismillahi tawakkaltu ala Allah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Everyone let's say this. Bismillahi tawakkaltu ala Allah, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. That's all. Just that. Guess what happens? The person is told, you have been guided, you have been spared, you have been saved. What was the translation of the dua? I begin with the name of Allah. I have relied on Allah. There is no power or strength except with Allah. An angel announces, you have been guided. Hudita wa wuqita wa kufita. You have been guided, you have been spared, you have been saved. The demons, the shayateen, step away from the person, and shaitan says to each other, how can you access the person who has been guided, who has been spared, and who has been saved? Subhanallah. You pray 2 rak'ah, Allah's with you. You exit and say this one dua, the devils hear what the angels say because what you had said first. And they say, we can't touch this person. Bismillahi tawakkaltu ala Allah, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Then when we leave, of course, is a dua for safar, for the journey. If you do not know it, please do look up that journey dua. The Prophet ﷺ would say, O Allah, I seek your refuge from any difficulties on the journey, from any sorrow at the place of return, i.e. home, and from any unpleasant sight in our family and wealth. O Allah, fold up the earth for us and make the journey easy for us. Such a beautiful dua. This is a dua for journey. Then of course is a dua for the animals, subhanalladhi sakhara lana, which we all read, mashallah. And then there is the dua if you're going on a vessel like a ship, bismillahi majriha wa mursaha. Moving forward, when you're on your journey, brothers and sisters, travel in a group and appoint someone as a charge person. If you're taking a family trip, appoint a person in charge. It doesn't have to be the eldest. It doesn't have to be a male figure. Appoint your 10-year-old, your 7-year-old as in charge. This brings Allah's rahmah on you. It is more symbolic than anything else. You don't have to have an election. And you don't have to stand up and do a debate like they're doing tonight to see who should win. Just point someone that they're going to be the decision maker. Why? Because we learn from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when there are 3 people on a journey, they should designate one person in charge. And Allah's hand is then on the group. If you're a couple, or you have your couple and a child, whoever it is, appoint someone, Allah's protection is on you. Lastly, brothers and sisters, there's a lot of things in between. When we come back, we should first come to the masjid. Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhu reports, I was with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam on a journey. When we returned to Medina, he told me, enter the masjid and perform 2 rak'ah. We come back home, we leave with Allah's name, we come back and give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who protects our belonging in our family members in our absence. So we take His name when we depart. We express gratitude to Him when we return. For those who are traveling in this holiday season, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take you to your destinations with ease and safely. Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make your journeys a fruitful one and a blessed one. And as long as you are where you are, that you enjoy that time and it brings the bounties and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. While you're away, may Allah protect your families. May Allah protect your wealth. May Allah protect your home. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect the whole neighborhood that you reside in. And when you come back, may Allah return you in a better state, to a better place, in a better time, for better opportunities. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.